Good morning, grade 6. Welcome back to our math class. This is Teacher Charmaine, your teacher for this subject. Today we will be talking about how to multiply fractions. But first, let us know our learning objective. At the end of the lesson, you should be able to multiply simple fractions and mixed numbers. Okay, so how do you multiply fractions? So here are our steps. Step 1, if the fractions are in mixed number, convert it into improper fractions. And the next step, multiply the numerator by the numerator and the denominator by the denominator. And then third step, reduce the answer. If you end up with improper fractions, change it into mixed number. So let us try this example. Let us multiply 5 7 and 3 4. If the fractions are in mixed numbers, convert it into improper fractions. Since 5 over 7 and 3 over 4 are not in mixed numbers, so let us multiply this as it is. Next step, multiply the numerators and denominators. So, if we are going to multiply 5 times 3, the answer is 15. And then 7 times 4, the answer is 28. Third step, reduce the answer. If you end up with improper fractions, change it into mixed number. As you can see, 15 over 28 are already in the lowest term. So therefore, this is our final answer. Example number 2. Multiply 3 and 4 fifths and 2 over 7. So, our first step is if the fractions are in mixed numbers, convert it into improper fractions. Since 3 4 fifths is in mixed number, then let us convert this into improper fractions. So how do we convert into improper fractions? So let us multiply the denominator to the whole number, which is 5 times 3. And that is equal to 15. And then add the product to the numerator. Then 15 plus 4 is equal to 19. And then just copy the denominator. And then 2 over 7. Since 2 over 7 is improper fraction, then let us just copy. Third step, multiply the numerator and denominator. So since we are done changing the mixed number into improper fraction, then let us multiply the numerator by numerator. So 19 times 2 is equal to 38. And then 5 times 7 is equal to 35. Now, it says here that if you end up with improper fractions, change it into mixed number. Since 38 over 35 is in improper fractions, then let us change this into mixed number. So how are we going to change this into mixed number? So let us divide 38 by 35. So if we divide 38 divided by 35, the answer is 1, remainder 3. So, the answer or the quotient 1 will serve as the whole number. And the remainder will serve as the numerator. And then, just copy the denominator, which is 35. Then, let us reduce our answer. Since 3 over 35 is already in lowest term, then this is our final answer. 1 and 3 over 35. What if you multiply a fraction and a whole number? For instance, 7 times 2 over 15. We know that the denominator of a whole number is always 1. So we put 1 as the denominator of the whole number 7. And then copy the second fraction. After copying the second fraction, let us now multiply the numerators. So 7 times 2 is equal to 14. And then 1 times 7 is equal to 15. Since 14 and 15 is already in its lowest term, then therefore this is our final answer. Now, there is a short method in multiplying fractions. So we have this cancellation method or the cross cancellation. First, look at their cross numerator and denominator. So we have 4 and 16. And then, think of a number that is both a factor of 4 and 16. Okay, very good. So we have 4. Then after finding the GCF or a factor of 4 and 16, then now let us divide 4 and 16 by 4 since 4 is their GCF. So 4 divided by 4 is equal to 1. And then 16 divided by 4 is equal to 4. And then next, the other cross numerator and denominator. So we have 2 and 10. Then let us think for the GCF of 2 and 10. Okay, very good. So we have 2. Then let us divide 10 and 2 by 2. So 2 divided by 2 is equal to 1. And then 10 divided by 2 is equal to 5. We say that this is much easier than the method we used a while ago. So now we simply multiply 1 times 1, that is equal to 1. And then 5 times 4, that is equal to 20. As you can see, our answer is 1 over 20, which is it is in its lowest term. So always remember that in multiplying a fraction, if that fraction is in mixed number, change it into improper fraction. After converting it into improper fractions, you can now multiply the numerator and the denominator. And then, reduce your answer to its lowest term. For an easier method, you can use the cancellation method. Did you get it, grade 6? Okay, very good. In order for you to understand more our lesson, you can download the link below and answer the activity. After answering, upload it to your Google Drive. Thank you for listening and God